Hey guys, so in this video, God asked me to tell you my own story, my testimony on how much my personal life has improved after I parted my ways with a certain narcissist that was in my life. And yeah, so I was with this narcissistic person for a long time. Basically, we dated around 4-5 years. We even started living together, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. But imagine how much influence having this individual around me really had on me, right? So these narcissists, they're very destructive. And so I was really, I mean, I am a super empath, and so I could really deal with this narcissist, but still it would have effect on me. And so, I guess the narcissist was really losing it because super empaths, they're really good at sensing things, sensing all the narcissistic things, even though at the time I didn't realize I was dealing with a narcissist. I was just seeing through the BS, and I was literally calling him out on every single thing. And so I suppose that this person was really losing it, and so it ended in a very ugly way, to be honest. But still, I didn't know I was dealing with a narcissist. And so I was kind of thinking about the future and all those things, but then it ended. And so, for a while I was thinking, okay, what do I do next? And, so I had to move on with my life. I had to basically start over with a lot of things, and it was a painful situation in general. It was a painful relationship, like if I think about it now, but the ending was painful, and I was in this painful situation, and so I had to move on. But my life really dramatically improved ever since that day. So even though that day was painful and, it was a dark place, but as I moved on, there were so many miracles. And like I say, God is really on our side. So, God started to elevate me in ways I couldn't even imagine. So first of all, what happened was, after like a few months after breakup, I was invited to participate in this beauty contest, to represent my country at this contest. And it's like kind of ironic when I think about it, because I know that the narcissist was still watching me, but I imagine he was really in shock because, suddenly a lot of opportunities and a lot of things started to open up for me. And even though I don't know what you think about these beauty contests, but that there are different ones, and that one was very nice to participate in. It was a wonderful experience, and I learned a lot of things there, even though I don't really go after these things generally. But still, right, it was like really a magical opportunity that just appeared right in front of me. So that really lifted me up, that really helped me to kind of get back to myself, because I was dealing with a lot of pain in general, because being with a narcissist for many years, you need to heal, right? You need time to heal, and as you heal, there were these beautiful miracles that were happening at the same time. There were, a lot of other smaller things too, but there were like these big things as well. And so I also, as I was healing, I was also discovering myself very much. So it was a journey of self-discovery. So I went through many things. I tried many new things that I maybe didn't do before or didn't even try, because the narcissist would always be there and like say things, to stop me, or like just plant seeds, that something wouldn't work out, and so that I stop and don't pursue things that I want to do. And so I also literally started doing things that I love, and I started working on, music, and I didn't expect to elevate so much, and it was really God who was elevating me for not giving up and for doing the right thing. And the right thing was literally leaving that narcissist and going my own way and doing my own thing the right way. So, this is how God really cares for us, right? So I did lose, a lot of things, because, and especially, the time that I was with that narcissist, but at the same time, God did replace a lot of things in my life, and it became like a whole new level, compared to where I used to be. I grew into a whole new level, into a whole new person. So I imagine that narcissist boyfriend was probably watching me, and he was probably in shock and thinking like, why and how, and this is what happens with when we are with God and when we are doing the right thing. And so I will tell you one more funny thing. Is funny or not so funny, I don't know. I don't want to kind of sound hateful or harsh, but so I didn't expect this to happen, but there was this encounter with that boyfriend narcissist, after how much time was it? 2 years, right? After about 2 years after that ugly breakup. And so I went to kind of stay at this hotel. And so when I was checking in at the reception, I saw that narcissist at the same hotel, just literally sitting there and like talking on the phone or something. And I'm like, whoa, like it's definitely God showing me something. And what God was showing me, just look how much you've grown and look how much you've achieved all by yourself, so I mean all by myself, but of course with God, meaning that I didn't have that narcissist in my life. I didn't really have that many people in my life to achieve these things. I mean, there were people, but all the work I really had to do by myself with God and through God. But what God really showed me is that how much I've really leveled up ever since that time. So even though it was hard and painful, it was really necessary to break free from that person, to break free from that abuse, because it's not fair. We are not supposed to suffer because someone just can't deal with themselves and with their own pain. We all experience pain, but hey, we need to keep on growing, we need to keep on going, and so God will help us and God will elevate us, right? And we didn't talk, but he didn't enjoy seeing me, of course. And to me, it was like, wow, I have really elevated ever since that day, as, as harsh as it may sound, that's how it was. And I guess I want to share this testimony, this story, so that I encourage others who are maybe struggling, and you realize you've been with this narcissist for a long, long time, and you think that if you just leave them, you will have nothing. Well, you will first of all have God on your side the whole time, and God will elevate you, and maybe there are things in store for you that you can't even see right now, and maybe the only reason, the only person that's stopping you could be that narcissist, maybe because they are not really supposed to share those blessings with you, if you know what I mean. Like, the God can see your heart, and God can see who you are and your potential and all that, but you know, God can also see the narcissist and how much damage and harm they're causing you. So of course they don't want you to drag that narcissist into this beautiful place that you may get into, right? And for all the narcissists, of course, if they change their ways, if they change their behaviors, if they choose to do the right thing, if they choose to grow, if they choose to really be with God, they can achieve great things too. Because that's the thing that all narcissists really miss. They think that you have to manipulate people, that you have to manipulate things, that you have to control things. That's the only way you can get something. And this is where all of them get it wrong, because no, you have to sincerely just do things. You have to sincerely be with people, and do things without any expectation, do things without having any control. And this is the only right way. This is the only way. If you try to control people, you will get it wrong. Sooner or later, you will have to face it. So I really do wish everyone to grow, to level up with God and through God, and not to be afraid of certain changes that you might have to go through, because ultimately they will be for your own good, for your own growth. And healing journey is not always easy, but you will eventually, get to the other side, right? So I hope my story does inspire you. I hope it does encourage you. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.